Some people become famous, some become legendary. But then there are a very rare few, who don't just rise to the top of Hollywood or the music charts. They break out of the celebrity world entirely and join the most powerful club on earth, the billionaires. These are the names you think you know, until you realize just how big they actually became. Because none of these stars got rich from just acting or just singing. They built empires. They turned their fame into billion-dollar machines. Today, we're counting the top 10 celebrities who crossed the billion-dollar line, and the real stories behind how they did it. 10. Taylor Swift. It finally happened. The girl who started with a guitar and a dream is now worth over $1 billion. And the craziest part? She did it without makeup brands, without perfumes, and without a clothing line. Her billion came almost entirely from music, touring, and ownership. The Eras Tour alone made her the first artist in history to generate over $1 billion from a single tour. And because she owns her masters now, she keeps a huge share of everything. She didn't just break records, she rewrote the playbook. 9. Rihanna didn't become a billionaire because of music. She became a billionaire because she turned beauty into a cultural revolution. Her brand, Fenty Beauty, built with inclusivity at the center, exploded into a multi-billion-dollar company almost instantly. Rihanna looked at the beauty industry and said, "Why is no one making products for everyone?" Then she did it herself and dominated the market. Today, she sits at well over $1 billion, and she hasn't even released an album since 2016. That's billionaire energy. 8. Kim Kardashian. Love her or hate her, Kim is one of the smartest businesswomen of this generation. She didn't just stay a reality star, she built brands with real power. Her shapewear line, Skims, is now valued in the billions. Her mobile app, her fragrances, her partnerships, everything she touches sells. Kim understood something early. Attention is a currency. And she turned it into one of the most valuable personal brands on the planet. 7. Jay-Z. Jay-Z didn't want to be just a rapper. He wanted to own the table everyone else played at. He built Roc Nation, invested in tech companies, launched liquor brands, and bought stakes in everything from streaming services to real estate. This man took a microphone and turned it into a portfolio powerful enough to place him comfortably above $1 billion. He once said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman," and he proved it. 6. George Lucas. One idea, one universe. That's all it took for George Lucas to become a billionaire. When he created Star Wars, he made a deal that every studio later regretted. He gave up a lower directing fee in exchange for all the merchandising rights. Every toy, every action figure, every lunchbox, every t-shirt, all of it belonged to him. And when Disney bought Lucasfilm for $4.05 billion, George officially joined the Billionaire League forever. 5. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah didn't just host a talk show. She built an empire around her name. She launched a network, created shows, produced films, developed businesses. She lifted people, built opportunities, and changed the media landscape forever. Oprah turned storytelling into a billion-dollar career, becoming one of the wealthiest and most influential women in the world. 4. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't become a billionaire from basketball. He became a billionaire from ownership. The Jordan brand under Nike grew so large that it stopped being a shoe line. It became a global cultural symbol. Jordan earns a massive cut of the brand's profits every year. even years after retiring from the NBA. Combine that with stakes in sports teams and business projects, and you get one of the richest athletes in history. 3. Steven Spielberg. Spielberg is the definition of directorial success. But movies alone didn't make him a billionaire. Deals did. He negotiated smart points on his films, co-owned franchises, and struck lifetime rights deals that generate money decades later. Spielberg turned filmmaking into a long-term investment strategy. And it worked better than anyone expected. 2. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's story might be the most inspiring on this list. He started with stage plays, built his own studio from scratch, and created a brand completely controlled by himself. Today, Tyler Perry Studios is one of the largest in the United States, even bigger than some Hollywood studios. He owns his movies. He owns his shows. He owns the land the studio sits on. And ownership turned him into a billionaire. 1. Kanye West, before losing billionaire status. At his peak, Kanye West wasn't just a billionaire, he was one of the highest-earning celebrities in history. The Yeezy brand exploded worldwide. His partnerships with Adidas and fashion houses took him to a level few artists ever reach. Although controversies caused him to fall below billionaire status. Later, the peak still counts. He built a global empire from creativity, design, and culture. And his rise remains one of the wildest financial jumps ever seen from a musician. These celebrities didn't become billionaires from fame. They became billionaires because they understood something most people never learn. Fame fades. Ownership lasts. And the ones who own what they create change their lives forever.